Today we are going to be doing a winter grapevine design. Wasn't quite ready to put up all my pine and winter stuff yet. We're working on it, but I wanted to do another winter design. And so we are going to be doing this winter pine and berry grapevine design. Very simple, just a few products, and it makes a very beautiful wreath. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and drop you down and let's get started. We are using today, I'm using an 18-inch grapevine. You can use a 14-inch or a 16, make it smaller, make it larger, however you want, but I'm just using this 14-inch that I have. And before we get started, let's go ahead and add our hanger. I just have this paper wrapped wire. You do not have to use these. You can just get a strong gauge wire. I just like these, and I get these off of Paper Mart. Amazon has them sometimes. So just look for paper wrapped wire. And I just loop that. Let me put you guys on this view so you can see it a little bit better. I just loop that and twisted it around itself. Then I'm going to make a little U, upside down U. I'm going to go through that grapevine and twist it off. So nothing fancy, just a little hanger. And now we have something to hang it with. So the first thing we're going to do, I was just playing around with this to see how I wanted it. We're going to get some of these pine branches added. So this is going to be an all the way around design. None of the grapevine is going to be showing. So, you know, sometimes we'll decorate just half of it or 3/4 of it. This time we're going to put product all the way around the grapevine. So I just cut up some of our pine branch. Let me show you. It was just this pine branch that I had. Use whatever pine you have available. This is when you do things like this, these are good to use your scraps too. So I'm just going to kind of alternate between going closer to the center of the grapevine and then more in the middle of the grapevine, kind of like that. Okay, we're just kind of going to green our base here. So I'm just going to slide this one in there like that. Get a couple more glue sticks added to my, take one of the longer pieces. Go in there. I'm going to take the shorter pieces and bring it more towards the inside, just like that. So we're just kind of alternating. Our grapevine. Got a couple pieces of pine left. We may be adding some more later, but we've got the base down. So now we're going to go in with these branches that have just a little bit of berries in them. And again, we're just going to kind of go all the way around. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing. So I'm going to cut the stems down. And we want to make sure we're laying these all in the same direction. So what I mean by that is we don't want one with the leaves flowing down, and then we don't want to do this one with the leaves flowing up. Now you could do that if you were going to put like a nice bow or something to break this off. So that could be kind of like your transition point. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I had a phone call. So anyway, you could go up and down like that if you were going to do a nice bow here. But what we're going to do is we're doing it all the way around. So we're going to lay all of ours in the same direction all the way around. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's get this one added. And I'm just giving it a bend. just giving it a bend, and I'm going to slide it up in there. And if it doesn't quite get in there like you'd like it, put a zip tie on it. So we might have to do that. These are pretty long branches, but we'll see. Let's get it filled out first. Get it with a little bit more glue right there. Okay, let's get another one. And again, I'm making sure that I'm laying these in the same direction. That slid up in there really good. Okay, let's get another one. Giving this stem a bend. I want to kind of see where I'm going to put it in. Okay. I think we're going to end up using 6 of these, if I counted correctly. So we've gone all the way around with that. I think it's looking pretty good. Now the last greenery I brought, I'm going to play. Let's see if we like it. We could add more pine, but I also brought this one in. I think we're sold out of this one, but I have a few left, and I love these. I love these. They're kind of like the Real Touch cypress. So I'm just going to pull these apart. Before I glue, let's just see if we like it in here. Add a couple pieces. So I think I do, because I think it gives it a little bit more of the wintry feel, having that in there. So we're going to add some of these in here as well. Now I just realized that I should have done my pine the other way. But it's really just the base, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to start going around. I'm going to go towards the inside and the outside. We're going to tuck some of these pieces in here. So I'm just lifting that up. Now, see what I mean with the pine? I have this pine going this way when we have all of our stuff flowing this way. But it's really just filler and you don't really notice it, so I'm not too worried about it. But hindsight, I would go all in the same direction. Just like I was trying to tell you all with these. We did those correctly, I just did the pine growth. That's okay. You can't really tell. So with these greens, I'm laying them this way because it's flowing with how we laid our branches. Okay, so I'm just going to go all the way around. And I'll speed this part up so you guys don't have to watch me do every single one of these. But again, I am just taking some and going in the center. So we have some pieces kind of coming in the middle. And then I'm taking another piece. And I'm going more towards the outside of the grapevine. So we have some pieces on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to finish this up and then we will be back. Okay, now that I've gone all the way towards the inside and the outside, I want to go in the middle with some of these. So I want to lift these branches up and put some more in the center. So I'm going to lift and I'm going to go right in the center. And that way we can weave some of this through the middle like that. See how that's just kind of coming now out of the center of this. Make sure that one gets in there good. Fight me. There we go. So we can just kind of blend those together. They're all grown together. So I am blending those in there. Now we're not going to add a bow on this design. You could if you wanted. If I was doing this more for a Christmas design, I would add a red bow. And you still could for winter. But I think I'm just going to leave this one without a bow. Just sort of like a berry and pine wreath. Do a couple more. And then we may add some pine cones to this. We'll see. Very pretty just as it is. Simplistic, yet still very elegant. One right in there. Just about made our way all the way around. I may save that for when I hang it up. If I need a little bit of filler, I might add a few more of the pine. But you guys can see how beautiful that is, just as it is. Okay, let's look at seeing if we want to add a couple pine cones. I'm thinking because we're going wintry, we do. I think that would be a good little touch. So let's get some wire. This wire is a 20 gauge brown floral wire. I got it off of Amazon. Just gonna take, we're gonna wrap this wire around this pine cone. And now we have a little pick. See, we have a little, now we have a little pine cone pick. So we can get these added where we want them. So I'm just going to kind of look for some little holes that we might have. Get these pine cones added in there like that. Okay, so again, I'm going to take and run this wire through that pine cone and twist it up. And now I have a little pick. Of course, I don't need my stem that long, so we'll cut that down. We're just going to add some glue to that pick, and we're going to tuck those in there where we might have a little hole. And actually, I'm going to go the other way so it flows with our, I wasn't paying attention, I want it to flow with our no, that's just me being picky. You really couldn't tell, but okay. So let's get a couple more. Okay, y'all, here is our winterberry and pine grapevine wreath. I think it turned out beautiful. Again, if you wanted to add a bow, you definitely could add a red bow in here. I'm going to leave mine just like this, but I hope you guys enjoyed this design. Something carry you into the spring and use up some of your pine and berries that you still have. So until next time, bye y'all.